Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. My name is Tahir. I'm your host. Tonight's topic is about alternate lending for home buyers. So I'm going to wear my cap as a principal brokerage of Canada Express Mortgage Inc. license number 13241. I'm a principal broker and I can talk about it. Recent changes in interest rate has really impacted many buyers who owns the property, or they want to buy the property, or the seller who owns the property, they can't get the refinancing. And also the buyer who wants to buy the property, they have challenges because of very strict rules in terms of getting financing. Pre-qualification rate in the past, we have always used 5.25 based on guidelines from OFC rules. But when you have a contractual rate that is offered by a bank, whether it is a variable or fixed rate, they need to top up two more basic points to cover the contingency. So for example, if you are being offered 4.95, a contractual rate, whereas your prime rate right now is 5.45, in order to qualify for a mortgage, they need to add 2% more on top of that to qualify you, and that will bring down your threshold. That means your purchase power will go down. So this is very important for you to talk about, to learn this. Now, so we have conventional bank, which you go to the bank and you get the mortgage. There are some banks, they cooperate with the mortgage agent or broker or brokerage. There are very strict rules in terms of knowing your client and also suitability of a product that a broker can offer. So it's very important. Now, if the main bank will not approve you, then you will go to alternate lending. Alternate lending will have two categories. One is called commonly as a B lending, which is alternate lending, or then you have a private lending, which fall into alternate lending. So that means alternate lending, you will still get the benefit or similar package that you get from your prime lender or a bank, but they also end up paying fees. A mortgage broker, when you're working with a mortgage broker, that way you are asking the client to pay a broker fee. Some B lender will not charge, they will charge a minimum fee, let's say 1 to 2%, whereas on the private lending side, they will charge you maybe 2.5%, 3% to any amount. Then in those cases, you also have to pay the broker the fee for the services because they are not covered by the B lender or other lender. So it depends on it. I'm very fortunate that I have quite a few banks. They are B lender, they're banks, but they offer A lending and they also offer B lending. And because in the B lending, there is a beacon score. You know, when you maintain your credit with the creditors and you use them, and you have some challenges in time, and your credit score goes down, and these B lender can offer, even if your score is 500 beacon or 550, and they still can give you about 65% of loan to value ratio. and there are exceptions. Their focus is always and they say minimize, okay, I won't give you any mortgage less than 100,000. That means you have to have $100,000 mortgage in order for me to consider that, because they will be charging you a fee. It all depends one lender to another one. Only thing is that when you are securing the funding and there is a debt ratio, GDS, TDS. So that is ratios. So acceptable is 45 on GDS, which is gross debt service, or TDS up to 50% of debt. Normal bank, a lender will use 40% for TDS or 30% for GDS. TDS has all the taxes, visa, student loans, car payment, everything is dumped into it. So that means 40% of the gross income of the family divided by 12, that type of mortgage you can, that type of monthly mortgage you will qualify. So if, let's say, if you can allow, let's say, $3,000 mortgage, and you multiply factor, you come up with a purchase value, that is all you can buy. So this is why it's very important to understand that. Why? When you are going to the lender, normal case, you can go to express-mortgage.ca. There is a PDF form, download that. It tells you to give me information. So what the vendors are looking is your income, T4 or T4A if you're a self-employed, to show, and then you have a notice of assessment, what you have declared to CRA as income, and you have a notice of assessment. Number 3, you have a liabilities. What are liabilities? Your student loans, mortgage loans, if you have other properties, credit cards, any equipment that you bought from big stores, and they went on a credit, they will put a, in your document that you owe money, $5,000 for the furniture you bought. So those are liabilities. Then you have an asset, which is your saving, your tax RSP, your tax saving accounts, or cash sitting there, or you have stocks, RSP, all your asset. And also if you own a property before, that property also asset, but you also have a liability if you're carrying a mortgage and you're paying monthly payment, because bank wants to know how much you owe and how much you own. So that means you own it, that's your asset. What you owe is your liability. So you take all the asset and you have a value, that's your net worth, minus the debt, that's your net worth. They want to determine that. And based on your income, so you verified your income, then you get employment letter, you get pay stubs, things like that. And then you have verified this information, and then they'll go to, at the end, pulling a credit report. To pull the credit report, sometimes you mention something, but you didn't, or you missed something on your application. The credit bureau will upload the information on our platform. It's called Mortgage Origination Program, and every majority of the bank will use that, and it dump in, and you verify to make sure that those information are correct. Or you also have to make sure, I suggest to all consumer or even real estate professional to advise your client, go to Equifax or TransUnion, update your profile, change your employment, your new address, your phone number or email addresses, whatever, to make sure they have up-to-date information. And you should buy every 6 months or at least a year a report that show you where you stand and you have a credit score. It's called Beacon Score. Okay. Now, if you also have, it depends on what you're doing. And now the lender will consider certain circumstances. For example, when you talk about getting a deposit for the money. So some lender will say, hey, you have a money coming to you from your family, if they're gifted to you, they will not treat this as a liability. Whereas a regular bank, unless it's documented that this was just a gift, they will treat as a loan. You know, there's so many ways, promissory note, you sign it, you borrow money, you bought the property. No, that will become a liability on you because you borrowed that money. So some B lender may overcome that. As long as it's documented this money is legal money, they might consider that. RRSP, TFSA, or any stock that you sold, as long as you have those documents to verify that. And also, most important thing is location. When they are, B lenders are looking is where is the location. If it's in a GTA, they're comfortable because the value can be evaluated. The most important thing is the getting the valuation done. This is very, very important. And majority of the bank has system in place. If they are done transaction in particular location or the city, they can evaluate. Otherwise, they have to order this, appraisal to get the real value of the property. Some banks have their own system. So this is very important. And those B lender will not be interested in farming properties. They are mostly interested with the house, and also they will have a different criteria for rental. I am planning to invite a few lenders next episode, and after that to have a very candid conversation about this. This is very important. Now, B lender also do the financing. They do the financing also, refinancing and purchases. So it is important that you create proper document. When you are looking a real estate business broker, to help you, mortgage broker to help you to secure. So you should have a T4s, you have notice of assessment, or T4A if you are a commission person, you have a T1 journal, especially for self-employed. I have a lots of program about the self-employees that is available to them, provided that you have the documents. And a good thing about B lender is that they look for your ability to pay whatever you are asking. If you have the ability to demonstrate that you have income to carry the debt, they are more lenient in terms of granting you the money. And this is very important. You have to make sure that if even though you have a poor score, and then it all depends, the rate of interest depends on how much money you borrow for how long. And this is also part and parcel with that is, if you have a child tax income, they can consider that. Some will not consider it. The B lender will. And they say, okay. And also a foster care income. If you are a babysitter and you are generating income, they will use that as an income. As long as it's been declared and you have a T4A or whatever, they will do that also. And also, they also look at the possibility of borrowing money from your family or friend, but you declare them whether you're returning it or it's just the borrow go back. Idea again is they're more flexible to entertain that. You disclose to them, you tell the truth, and let the bank take the calculation to take the risk. All bank will require appraisal, especially when you're putting down 20% and up. If you are putting less than 20%, then you have a CMHC. They will provide guarantee to the bank. So bank is not worried about the value because they know that it's going to be dead. But they do require title insurance through the lawyer. All bank will require that because they want to protect their investment. This is very important. And traditionally is to verifiable income. And in this case, there are exceptions. As long as you have a document to demonstrate that you have income, you can do that. And obviously, pay stub is the key of verifying you really have a regular income coming to you. Sometimes you have a basement apartment you rented. Make sure the basement apartment that you rented, you generated income and you put it in your tax return. Because if you want to claim that income as on your tax return for mortgages, you make sure you file the tax return, and this is very important for you. And they want to make sure that if you have a bankruptcy, to make sure this has been discharged. And they will look, you're going to have a lower income, but you already paid off your debt. You got them discharged. You're building your credibility again. And B lender or alternative lender, even though it's going to be high, but they will look into that, and you can get some support from them. This is very important. Obviously, the higher the risk, the more expensive it gets. In a private lending, you can range from 7.9 to 10% and up. The lender fee may be 2.5 to 3% minimum available to you. And it can be arranged a short period of time for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever you want. Short is available. We have private lenders who can provide the funding to you. We also have a B lender that can provide funding to you. We have A lender that can provide funding to you. So it's up to you what you want to do it. The important thing is the process of how the mortgage broker work is that we get the application and we review it as 2 steps. Know your client. That means we need to find out what the status, financial standing of the person is who's asking to borrow the money. And obviously we come up with the TDS and GDS to calculate, consider all expenses. That means we know the capacity of the income and the expenses, including travel, education of a kid, special handicap, gift, birthday. All those costs are included. Auto, car, insurance, all the home insurance if they already have a house, if they're upgrading or buying a second property. That means we know everything about the client. Second thing is called suitability. The product that we recommend to our client who is going to borrow money. So based on information that is provided to a broker, when you're going to a conventional lender, you're going to one bank. Let's say RBC, CIBC, National Bank, you're going to one bank. Whereas the broker can go to multiple directions after reading your file, what you have submitted to us, and verifying supporting document, everything. Now, based on this, we say, well, this bank will give you this bank will give you this. This is the B lender based on your circumstances. This is the situation. This is the most suitable property, and you have discussion with your client. And they sign the document that you have discussion with them. And then you go ahead and submit the commitment through mortgage origination software. I use Filologic Expert for Canada Express Mortgage Inc. It's fully secure system that majority of the bank will use that. And we pull the credit after checking and verifying all the data, information, employment, email, phone contacts, SIN number, security, your ID, everything is done, your asset, liability. Then when we pull the credit from Equifax or TransUnion, it will upload into your liabilities and also asset. And then you go and fine tune to check to make sure there's no duplication. And then you say, now you have. So once the validation is done by checking to make sure all the information that is required of the mortgage origination software is verified and nothing is missing, you also say whether it's refinancing or you're buying a new property or mortgage renewal. You put those in, you put your purchase value or what you're looking for financing, and then you click the button. It says, okay, everything is fine. then you choose a vendor, whether it is a private or it is a conventional institution. TD Bank, Bank of Nova Scotia, other banks who are on the portal, or other banks. So then you will put out the broker comments there, and it also requires us as a broker to make sure that we have written consent from the consumer to pull the credit report. So it's time stamped on it. So you put the information, then you already go and you submit to the lender, and they allow you. I would say, but within 24 hours, you will get the answer if everything is complete. They give you a letter of commitment. Letter of commitment will ask them to verify that. Send me T4As or T4, send us a notice of assessment for 2 years, employment most letter, and also pay stub. If you're showing that I have money, 50,000 sitting in my saving account, they want that bank statement to show that amount. If you have Visa card, MasterCard, outstanding payment, or car payment, they want that statement. If you have a mortgage, you want to selling a house, you're buying another one, they will want to have that to make sure that you pay off the previous mortgage and you're getting a new mortgage. And then once everything is done, as a real estate professional, we also have obligation to disclose the finder fee, because when we are working on behalf of the borrower, we're going to the bank, they will give us a fee, depending on the value and also duration of the mortgage. The lender will give you, and some private lender, they won't give you nothing. That means on the private lending side, you have to get the fee from the buyer. And this is very important for you to understand. We have now, with what's going on in the marketplace, because of criteria has gone way up, and some have difficulty to get refinancing. If you are stuck somewhere and you need some private lending, my brokerage, licensed brokerage, can provide you quick funding. You realtors, I'm planning also a seminar, especially for realtors, that I will act as a principal broker for Canada Express Mortgage and guide you that if you have deals that they need some help, as long as they're transparent and they're providing us factual document, verifiable document, then I can help you to arrange that. Regardless if you have your beacon score of your client is lower, we can arrange the funding. Or if you have sometime in cases where the appraisal original price was a $1 million, appraisal came as a $900,000, you need a shortage of $100,000. You're short of money, you need money for a short period of time until your property is sold, or you can make alternate arrangement. We can arrange financing 1 year, 2 years, or 6 months, whatever you need for any amount. Some banks has 100,000 minimum, some has less. They're a private lender, they're very flexible. So obviously the fee will be high, but it will put you through, instead of getting a default on your closing and losing your deposit, sometimes you take the bite and make arrangement, get your funding, close the deal. Then you think about what you're going to do next in terms of your financing. This is very, very important to understand that never lose a deal, because when you lose a deal, you default, and you know consequences of your failed deal. There are episodes that was shared on Awaz Entertainment or Realty Coffee Talk. We talk about consequences of failed deal. It's disastrous. You will never get your deposit back, and you have the buyer will sue you. Seller will sue you in this case, and then what will happen if the prices of market have gone down, and then you end up paying the difference because they're going to sue you to take you to court. And why? If you were short of $50,000, $25,000, even though you're going to pay a little bit of interest, high rate, but at least you close the deal and make sure that if you even have to put the property back in the market and sell it, you will not lose your credibility, because you closed it, you were shortage of fund. If you decided that, hey, I cannot carry on now, you put the property next in the market, you sell it, you maintain your credit, you sold it, and you close the mortgage and close the deal. and terminate all the loan agreement. Instead of going on default, then the seller will sue you, and you lose your deposit, and then you have no place to bring your family to. So this is why it's very, very critical to think about alternate lending. There are many, many provisions. These are obviously discussed. Package are available from one lender to other lenders, and I have all of them. So I am going to invite a real estate professional on my direct communication, registering them to teach them how they can come to us, to my brokerage, and I can help them to arrange mortgage for them. And I'm talking about strictly mortgage financing, nothing to do with real estate. I'm a licensed broker of record for City Realty Brokerage. When we are dealing with the realtors, we are only dealing with mortgage financing if they need help. In terms of consumer, I was going to have a very special Zoom meeting with the consumer if they're interested to have one-to-one meeting about alternate lending, and they want to have a question, they can feel free to call me. My number is 416-451-3489, or we can have a Zoom call. Lots of people can join, and you can stay at home and you can learn the process. You are watching Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. My name is Tahir. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back. We'll give you the market update of September. What happened in September? Get back to you.
खूबसूरत और दिलकश ज़ेवरात का बेमिसाल मरकज मक्का ज्वेलर्स आपकी खुशियों में बराबर की शरीक, जहां आपको मिलेगी आपकी पसंद की कंगन, चोकर, सतलड़ा, झुमके, चंदनहार, बेशुमार डिजाइन की अंगूठियां और चूड़ियां। तो आज ही तशरीफ लाएं 7086 एयरपोर्ट रोड, मिसिसागा। आपकी ज्वेलरी देखकर लोग यही कहेंगे, मक्का ज्वेलर से लिए हैं क्या?
Welcome to POC Homes Builder Incorporated. We design and build custom homes for landowners, low-rise condo buildings, plazas as well as the industrial sector. We are a registered vendor with HCRA to build homes across the province on Ontario. We provide Tarian warranty in accordance with Ontario New Home Warranties Plan Act.
We build your dream home.
Call us today at 905-904-5353.
Welcome to Pizza Pros, your home for the finest halal pizza. Our pizzas are prepared with freshest and finest ingredients. We have 6 locations in GTA. Visit us at our new location, 700 Nipissing Road, Milton. Get a large pizza, meat lovers, tandoori chicken, spicy kebab, or vegetarian pizza with 2 cans and a dip for only $17.99. Call us now or visit pizzapros.ca.
Shawarma, now serving from 4 locations.
KK Travel believe in providing everyone the first-class customer service. We take care not only for your air ticket, but dignity and respect as well. We are available for you anytime on WhatsApp, even while you are in Pakistan or any other destination. KK Travels guarantee lowest prices and are open to price match any airline.
We are KK Travels under supervision of Gas Khan at 905-367-9433. or visit www.kaskhontravels.com.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम हामिद अकबर है और मैं कैंडिडेट हूँ वार्ड 5 का मिसिसागा काउंसिल के लिए। इसकी बाउंड्री जो है मिसिसागा वार्ड 5 की वो स्टार्ट होती है एक्लिंगटन और मेविस के कोने से और जाती है ऑल द वे टू मॉल्टन। मेन रीज़न जो है रन करने का वो ये है कि मैं 3 चीज़ों पे फोकस कर रहा हूँ। सबसे पहला जो है वो रिव्यू ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स है। दूसरा जो है मेरा वो है प्रॉपर रिप्रेजेंटेशन का, हमारी रिप्रेजेंटेशन नहीं है। तीसरा जो है हमारा जो है स्नो रिमूवल फ्रॉम द कर्ब साइड। तो ये 3 रीज़न जो है मेरे इम्पोर्टेंट है। सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ जो है आप एक डेट नोट कर लें, मंडे अक्टूबर 24, 2022 वो इलेक्शन डे है मिसिसागा में। उस दिन आप लोगों को जाकर के वोट डालना है और उम्मीद है कि आप हमें ये वोट डालेंगे क्योंकि मेरे 3 इशू जो हैं आपको तक पहुँच चुके हैं।
Zoc. Now it's fully renovated. Live catering, barbecue, tandoor, जलेबियाँ और fresh naan. तकरीब आपके घर में हो या घर से बाहर, Zoc is providing full service now, and Zoc has opened a new banquet hall, garden event center. आपका Zoc देखकर लोग कहेंगे क्या Zoc है आपका? Call right now 905-625-7786. Zoc वालों के लिए।
डिक्सी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस पिछले 16 सालों से खरीदारों की खिदमत कर रहे हैं। हम लगातार 4 सालों से खरीदारों की पहली पसंद बने रहने का अवार्ड हासिल कर चुके हैं। हम किचनर्स, बॉश, वर्लपूल, एलजी, सैमसंग और जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक के ऑथराइज्ड डीलर हैं। 5 स्टार खिदमत का लुत्फ लें। हम आप सभी को टीवी सबसे ज्यादा रियायती दामों पर देने की गारंटी देते हैं। www.dixieelectronics.ca हमारी वेबसाइट पर जाएं या अभी कॉल करें 905-625-5900। सभी बहुत ही मुनासिब कीमत पर दस्तयाब हैं जो आप बाआसानी से ले सकते हैं। At Dixie, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
I'm Rowena Santos, candidate for City Councilor.
And I'm Paul Vicente, candidate for Regional Councilor.
We've represented you as a team in Wards 1 and 5 for the past 4 years. We've accomplished so much with the support of residents like you, and there's more work to be done. You deserve councillors who listen to your needs and take action to make Brampton a safe place you're proud to live and play in. Councillors who value more jobs, equitable access to healthcare, post-secondary education, arts, and culture.
That's why we're both running again and as a team to have a greater impact for you. We'll continue to advocate to all levels of government for our fair share of healthcare and infrastructure investments. We've made major strides in active transportation in making the city greener, and we're committed to keeping your property taxes competitive. Join our campaign and re-elect Rowena Santos for City Councilor.
And re-elect Paul Vicente for Regional Councilor.
Together, let's build a brighter future for Brampton.
Hello, Assalamu Alaikum. I am Ali Haider and I am extremely glad to announce that I am touring Canada after a very long time. Extremely excited. अगर आप भी excited हैं तो आप अक्टूबर में इस टूर को देख सकते हैं और डिटेल्स के लिए आप मिस्टर अरसलान बेग को कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं because this show is organized by Urban Waves Promotion Canada. Get ready to rock.
Evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a principal broker and president of Canada Express Mortgage Inc. license number 13241. We're talking about alternative lending for home buyers. I just want to briefly say it before we go to the real estate that what solution available from various banks is single family home, that single or multi in a subdivision is qualified. High or low-rise condominium and lofts qualify. Detached home, stack or condominium townhouse qualify. Luxury custom-built homes qualify. Co-ownership qualify. Model homes, show homes, or cottage will qualify with B lender. Simple process. You come to me, I collect information, you complete the file, you give me consent, and I submit all application online within 24 hours. Sometimes it takes longer if it's too much traffic, but within 24 hours, we'll have a letter of commitment because we talk to the business development manager to make sure they expedite depending on the urgency. So you get a letter of commitment that outlines what document needs to be sent. Basically, it's income verification, notice of assessment. If you are buying and selling, you have an agreement of purchase and sale. If you're selling it, that you want to use equity from the sale of proceed of the sale, then you buy the next one. So you need to have a agreement of purchase and sale, and also the one that you sold. You have a statement, and then you also have a liability, any statement in terms of loans that you borrow, credit card, all the information. When everything is attached after the commitment, you sign, and also the broker has to give disclosure, any fee that he or she is collecting to the brokerage, it goes to the brokerage. And then letter of commitment is signed and accepted, and then the bank says your broker file is complete. That means all document has been received. They will send it to the lawyer and process the payment. And you will have a letter of direction showing the lawyer who is going to be collecting the money on your behalf to close the deal. So this is how it is done. So your mortgage will be closed and title will be registered. This is very important for you to understand. But if you have any specific need, you're urgent, you can go to express-mortgage.ca, go to apply on now, and download the PDF file. I would recommend that use PDF file, complete the information, and email to me. There is a information on there. It's tahir at express-mortgage.ca, and then I will collect all the information, talk to you, verify your identity, everything, and then we'll help you to get your financing. So I hope that you have understanding about lending, alternate lending for home buyers, because if you are stuck and you have to fill the gap, you could take a private funding for a short period of time, or you can get B lending for a long period of time. If you have credit is lower, you still want to buy the property, you can go through that and we can help you. Provide that you have the document that we need to make sure you qualify. The bank always, before giving money, they want to make sure that you have the capacity or ability to pay the loan that you're borrowing it. If you can't demonstrate that, your beacon score is too low, and minimum is 500. So that means you have to make sure you are capable of paying it, the mortgage that you borrow. Now let's talk about September real estate market. So I have received market watch from Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, and they're showing the sale was minus 44.1% in GTA, 416 and 905 area. So we have 9,010 deals in September last year. Now we have 5,038 deals. And new listing has gone down. It was very high in August. Now it's only minus 16.7. I believe it was approximately 62% in August. So that means more new listings are coming at a lower pace. So last year we have 13,494, and now we have 11,237 in 905 and 416 area. Active listing is 47.3. Last was high. Now is coming down. We have more listing than what we have in September. 9,187 last year. Now we have 13,534. Average price as compared to September last year, we are minus 4.3. Last September, his price was 1,135,027. Now is 1,086,762. So average the listing days on the market is 64.3. It's taking 23 days as compared to last September, 14 days. So it's taking longer to it stays there. And also, property day on the market is 84.2%. It was 19 in last September. Now it's 35 days. It's taking longer to sell the property. So now this is very important for you. I'm going to go back before I give you the individual one. I'm going to show you how the monthly in 22 has progressed. So as I remember that I mentioned to you before, in February was the highest average price of $1,334,093, and August was the only month it has increased from July to August, and from August to September it also showed an increase of, I would say, about $7,000. So it's reversing a little bit, but way below than what was the peak price in 2022. So still, I'm talking about 2022 pricing. January was 1.2 million. In February was 1.3 million. And also March was 1.299 million. And then April was 1.252, big drop. And then you have a May was 1.210, so it's another 42,000 drop. Then with the June was 1,146,000. That's almost $64,000 drop. And then you have a July, it 1,073,000. So it came back from 1,146,000. So you are talking about 73. I'm just rounding up 28,000 there plus 46. That's significant, almost $80,000 drop there. And then in July to August, it went to 1,079,000 as compared to July of 1,073,000. And then now in September, 1,086,000 as compared to 1,079,000 in August. So this is what is going on. And I'm going to just show you now average price of this property so you have an idea. If you like to know what the value of your property is, you can call me 905-785-9923 or 416-451-3489. I do free evaluation of your house and give you what the value is and what's happening now. You know, in the pandemic, everybody was underlisting, property sold over $300,000-400,000. That is no more. Only qualified people who are professional, they have experience, they have a lot of credentials. You know, I'm FRI, I'm a CRES, I'm CIPS, I'm SRES, I'm SRS, and ABR. I have a lot of credentials, education, experience, and knowledge to help you to determine real value of your property. If you are in trouble, you have challenges, you need to make sure that you are getting a help from professional. So now I can help you in this. So I'm going to go straight. A detached home average price in 416 and 905 area is 1,369,186. Semi-detached 1,043,120. A townhome is 901,592. And a condo unit is 730,818. This is between 905 and 416. And if you need a separate calculation, call me and I can check it out where you are, which property you want to buy, or you want to sell, I can calculate it for you. So in terms of sale, the average price decline, a detached home minus 10.2, and semi declined 6.5% in this period, and townhome is minus 0.9%, and condo is the only one that's showing positive 3.2% in September Trap Market Watch. You're watching Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada, around the world. Our program is broadcast every Thursday. You can watch it on Awaz Entertainment and Instagram, YouTube, and IPTV, Awaz ENT 580 on satellite, cable network, and also Awaz Entertainment Facebook, 7 p.m. every Thursday. If you have any question, feel free to call me 905-785-9923 or my direct number 416-451-3489. I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you. Bye for now. We'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Bye for now.